What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be working on this iPad Air 3rd gen. We're going to be swapping the screen and LCD on it. It's one piece. So we're going to dip our tool into alcohol and work our way in there, in between the frame, the housing, and the LCD. You don't want to go too deep in so you don't mess up the LCD, because this one has a good LCD. Just pulled it off of the heat pad, so it's pretty hot. So once you have an opening, get a thin piece of plastic. Playing cards work also. I like these because when I dip them in alcohol, they don't go bad. Or you could get waterproof playing cards. Those are good too. So once you're in, you have your opening already, so it's pretty good. Becomes pretty straightforward after that. I'm just having a hard time because it's really hot. Can't really hold it that well. When you do this, make sure you're underneath the LCD. That way you don't mess it up. You get here, there's a little sensor here. Be careful with this guy. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. It's identical to an iPad 10.5 if you've done a 10.5 before. And gently just pull away. Let's check and see, make sure the LCD is still good. If it's not, oh well. And it's perfect. You pull it back a little like this so you can access the battery screw. And go ahead and take that screw off. Put it aside. Okay, let's go ahead and shut this guy off. Okay, once it's shut off, what we're going to do is grab a small piece of thin plastic. Go underneath the battery so it's not making a connection, and go ahead and hit the power button. Make sure you still don't have a connection. But when you're when I say disconnecting the battery before you work on the iPad, just taking the screw off doesn't mean it's disconnected. A lot of people make that mistake. No, it's still making contact. That's why you separate it. Once separated, lift up just like I said, just like the 10.5. Take this screw off, put it in order, and then you take this screw off, Disconnect the connector. Don't go in too deep, just from the edge. Use your fingernails if you can. That's that. Put the screen to the side. Prep the surface. It's a pretty quick repair. If it's your first time doing it, just take your time, follow the steps, and you'll be fine. Don't rush. First time doers, don't rush. Take your time. If you don't have the time to do it, wait until you do. Let's grab this guy before we lose it. These come off sometimes. It's all good. You can put it right back on. This one was already missing. We're not worried about it. Doesn't play a significant role as long as the sensor's still working. Trying to get this all on camera for you guys. Okay, the frame is bent on this corner a little bit. We're going to go ahead and fix that as much as we can. Customer is warned that screen may not sit flush. Alright, let me get my plier tech tool. If you do iPads regularly, get these plier tech. They are amazing. They work for iPads and phones. Perfect. Okay, housing's ready. Let's put it aside. Let's bring the screen here. This is the old screen. Going to gently peel this tape off of the home button connector. Pop the connector up gently. Remove the flex. There's a little piece of glue here. Let's go ahead and remove that. That's that. Now one on this side. Be careful, you have a flex on this side. Okay, we're good with that. We're going to get our jimmy. Slide right underneath the home button bracket, and then go directly under the home button, dig into it so the bracket also comes off. There's a little spacer, you want that spacer to come off with it. I like to take it off in one piece because it saves me time and headache and trying to line it up and put it back together, and then they don't stick, so I take it off in one piece. Then I'm gonna dip my gem into some alcohol. There you go. Gently release that because it has adhesive. You don't want to pry up and tear it. You can still replace the home button, but the customer will not have any fingerprint ID anymore. So that's that. Let's put this screen aside and grab my blade. Take this old glue off. Doesn't have to be perfect, just even so. When you put the new Tesa tape on, you won't have any issues, any bumps. It will be flush. I use a 2mm for these, and I put 2 layers just so we'll have the spacing. Button will click properly. A lot of people don't do this. I like to do this because I've never had an iPad come back because the home button fell off. 2 layers there. Do the job once and do it right. Okay, now let's go ahead and peel this protective film off. Put the second layer. For some reason, a lot of people are having issues with the home buttons on iPads. Get calls all the time from different shops asking what to do so customers don't come back. This is exactly what we do. Peel this film off. Also guys, if there's any repair videos that you guys would like to see, please let me know in the comments below. I will make them. Also please support the channel, like and subscribe for more repair videos. We really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions about any repair, please feel free to ask me in the comments. Alright, we're set with this. That's prepped, ready to go. Let me grab our new screen. So on here, this was the 2mm Tesa I put on. I also put the 1mm Tesa around the home button. As you see, I've already prepped this while the iPad was on the heat mat. And if you're just doing a one-time repair for your own personal device and anything, you don't need a heat mat. You could use a heat gun You get it at Home Depot, Harbor Freight, depending where you are, Lowe's. They have them for like $20–$30. Okay, we're going to grab our home button, line it up. I'm going to move it away because I need to see if it's lined up. Perfect. Lined up. What we do next, we're going to remove the film. We're going to put a little dot of Loctite super glue on the adhesive. Before you do this, test your screen out. All my screens are tested already, so I'm not worried about it. You don't want to put glue on it and then you're not going to be able to remove it, and then you can't return it to the vendor. They will not accept it. Or it depends on your vendor and how much you spend with them. Before it dries, you quickly just click, make sure it's clicking. The nipple is lined up with the bracket. We're good over there. Go ahead and pop this guy up. Push it down and grab the tape from the other screen. Okay, perfect, that's in place. Okay, and bring this housing back over here. And go ahead and block off that battery again. Okay, this is the tricky part. Hover over the connector, left, right, up, down. As soon as you see that it's locked in place, it's not moving, then push down. If you feel resistance, don't push too hard. You will mess up that connector and even the one on the screen. Then it's going to cost you more money. You're going to have to ship it up to me if you don't do micro soldering. Make sure you got a nice solid connection. Remove the piece of plastic from the battery. Hit the power button. There we go. I'm gonna move it away from the camera because the lady has her kids' pictures on it and I don't want to show it to the whole world. Okay, here you are. Touch is working. Everything's working. We're good to go. Let me go ahead and power it back off and I'll bring it back under the camera. Go ahead and put your plate back on. Screw it in, line it up, put in the other screw. Don't mix your battery screw and the plate screws together, because battery screw is longer, and if you put it in here you will damage the iPad pretty badly. Okay, once we do that, we're going to pull back again, just like that, and put our battery screw. This holds the battery and the board together tight. Next thing I'm going to do is grab my B7000 and lightly go all around. I like to start at the bottom so I can line the screen up. Clean some of this glass off. Alright, that's glue on the bottom part already, so we're going to go through the edges and the sides. We're going to go ahead and line the screen up. Sorry about that, customer phone. Alright, screen is lined up. We're going to go ahead and grab our clamps. Clamp it down, let it sit for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. The longer the better. The glue bonds better. Complete bond takes about 24 hours, but nobody wants to leave their device. But I would recommend leaving it for 3 to 4 hours. You can get these clamps at Harbor Freight. They're the cheapest I've found. Some people sell them for $1. That's insane. $1 each. You get the whole canister for $4. Has about 50 or 75 in it. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'll show you guys how much I got. That's how much iPads we do. I got 3 boxes full of them. And I just build the box. There we go. Job is done. Please like and subscribe for more repair videos. Thank you. You guys have a good one.